Namaskaram, Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, Karma Yoga, 39th sloka. In this sloka, Bhagavan says, O son of Kunti, he is answering Arjuna. Knowledge of even the intelligent people is covered by the eternal enemy in the form of desire. So he refers desire as an eternal enemy. And desire is like an insatiable fire. In this sloka, he uses this and that. So this refers to wisdom. That refers to, he uses that word for referring desire. He says that. For wisdom, he uses the word this. So keep the desire away. If wisdom is covered by desire, Prakriti takes control of us. Then we fall into the depth of bad behavior. For example, a drunkard. A drunkard, when he drinks, what happens? He drinks too much and he falls on the road, and it may be near the gutter or any dirty place, but he never realizes that. And if anyone goes to him and asks him to get up, that help him to move away, he will not take it in the right sense. He abuses the person who comes to help him, because he is not in the right behavior. Because he has fed the desire. What is that desire? Drinking is desire. So he has fed it. So he has no intellect to analyze the situation. So he is not able to understand what is right and what is good. So this is what happens to us. If our intellect is covered, or if our wisdom, knowledge is covered by the delusion, or the delusion is only the desire takes us to delusion, because we have likes and dislikes, and likes and dislikes take us to attachment and aversion. So in the previous slokas, God explains all this. So in this sloka, he re-emphasizes that. So Bhagavan says, desire is an eternal enemy. So the seeds, sometimes we say, no, I don't have desire. We say they're subdued. But the seeds of desire are there in the form of likes and dislikes. So what happens? We may say, no, I don't have desire. But it is there, the seeds are there. So they grow and they become strong likes and dislikes. Then that is very dangerous for us. Because when there is likes and dislikes, naturally your mind and intellect, they are not working as per the scripture. So the mind is full of thoughts, and those thoughts cover the intellect. So this is what happens if we give importance to our desire. So desire is an eternal enemy. Bhagavan says, desire is fire too. So he refers desire in two ways. One is, desire is an eternal enemy, and he says desire is fire. And what the fire, it keeps spreading, it keeps burning. And what do? We are feeding it with, that is, we are giving the fuel of thoughts. So here we are giving thoughts to the desire, like how fuel is added to fire, and fire keeps spreading. It spreads very fast. Like that, desire also spreads very fast, and we are feeding the desire through thoughts. So what kind of thoughts? The objects of senses. We see something, when we hear something, and we smell something, we touch something, so we are taken over by our senses. Then what happens? The the thought of object comes to our mind, even though the object is not there right in front of us, but the thought of the object comes to us and it disturbs. So when you have a thought, what happens? It develops likes and dislikes. So there should not be likes and dislikes. Don't develop likes and dislikes. This was said in the previous sloka by Lord Krishna. So the power behind thought that fuels likes and dislikes, and that grow very strongly. So likes and dislikes develop very strongly. That will ruin us. So that will cover our intellect. When we have no intellect, we have no analytical thinking, and we don't know what is right and wrong. So naturally we get into the wrong path. So Bhagavan says here, Arjuna, you don't have desire and anger. Both are not good. And he mentions about war in this sloka. Because to wage war, he has to understand his intellect. And he has to realize Atma. Only then you will know what the power of intellect. So you will, now it is covered by desire. So remove that desire. Now his desire is related to the body. That he is afraid that he will be killing the people in the war. So that desire is the material desire. So that has to be removed. Only then you will realize your intellect. So even then when intellect will say that you are fighting for removing adharma. You are fighting for protecting the people. So that knowledge will be there. So your intellect will give you instruction to get up and wage war. So this is what Krishna says in this sloka.